My name is Alyssa Lanoye, and this is Greenhouse Glass Studio. I make stained glass art, primarily botanical themed, with preserved flowers, sun catchers, boxes, structural things. I leave space that maybe my art will evolve into something else, but I feel like I found a home in glass. Growing up, I was a Lego kid, loved building things. My dad was a welder, so he would take us to his shop and we would make metal sculptures out of things. That creation of something structural has always been really appealing to me. Botanical themed art is pretty easy because plants are already art, so you just get to kind of follow their lead in what you're doing. I live in a house with a ton of plants. I'm always exposed to it. Right outside, there's this beautiful ginkgo tree that's just turning yellow and it looks like it's glowing from the inside out. With plants, there's also this interesting juxtaposition of the fragility of something like flowers and petals and the structural integrity and strength. We look at glass as something that very breakable, very fragile in its own right, but you can make windows out of it. You can make stuff with great structural integrity when you combine it with lead and zinc and all that other stuff. So I think that there's something that they share in common there too. I walked by the plant store on my walks with my dogs. It was just literally down the street. And so I noticed that they had a lot of art in there. And it was as I was starting to pick up in my own hobby, and I was I wonder if you could sell something there. I emailed them, and then within a matter of days, I was in the store being with my little cardboard box of this is what I have, do you want it? And so I've worked with them since then to know which things are selling better and what people are looking for. With partnering with them, I've been able to learn a lot about what no one tells you when you get into art is you also have to be a marketer, you have to be a salesman, you have to know all of these things about and I knew nothing about those other pieces. It's very intimidating to go from this is a thing I do in my attic at night by myself to I'm making money from this. Sometimes I'll tell people I work on stained glass, they're stained glass, what is this, 1910? And no, there is a huge stained glass movement in Buffalo and this kind of big renaissance. And yes, we live in a city with a ton of great preserved stained glass and old churches and all, and it keeps going, right? There's a new generation of stained glass. I like that it can surprise you still.